Ray, we promised our listeners that we would stop discussing these 5 rookie quarterbacks so much. We promised them in our last show. However, all week, you've been digging and you won't let this go. So fine, it's time. I'm going to give you the stage here and listen to your argument against something. Obviously, I think Baker Mayfield was the best of the 5 rookie quarterbacks by a landslide. I don't even think it was close. You look at this kid's stats alone, and it goes way beyond stats, right? With over 3,700 yards in 13 and a half games, completion percentage of almost 64%. As we know, the Cleveland Browns were number 2 in the entire league in drop percentage. You take that into account, this kid might be completing 70% of his passes. He's in the record books. His name is now ahead of Peyton Manning and Russell Wilson and Andrew Luck for the most rookie touchdown passes in history. He's the only of these quarterbacks that's up for Rookie of the Year and the favorite. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. On top of that, what he's done for this city, I mean, he's like any poll out there in terms of LeBron versus Baker. It's crazy. Cleveland is now Baker is the owner of this city. I don't even think it's close, Ray. And somehow you either don't agree with me that the margin is wide, or perhaps you may not even agree with me at all that he was the best. And I can't wait to hear this, Ray. Let it all out.
All right, here we go. So listen, Baker Mayfield. When this kid was coming out of the draft, I liked Baker Mayfield. Okay, I like his moxie. There's a number of things I like about Baker Mayfield, and I understand why you say you think it's a wide gap.
Okay.
My question is, could any of these other 5, and you know what? I'm going to take Lamar Jackson out of it. Could these other 3 quarterbacks, other than Baker, have slid into that role and had similar success? All right? The first thing we need to do, and I'm going to talk about Josh Allen here for a few minutes, because if you've seen our other videos, Andy beat down Josh Allen, so that's why we're having. I want to talk about Baker Mayfield here. First of all, let's talk about Josh Allen's situation versus Baker's. Now, what's the most important thing for a rookie quarterback starting at any level of football? What does a rookie quarterback need to have?
He needs to be good.
What does a rookie quarterback have to have at any level of football?
Tell me, Ray.
An offensive line.
Sure.
You got to have an offensive line.
Yep.
Okay? Now, when you're going out in the world to research wide receivers, running backs, D tackles, whatever the case may be.
Come on.
There's lots of places to go find those stats and compare players, right? Mm-hmm. But if you want to compare a right guard from Cleveland Browns to the right guard in Buffalo,
sure.
How do you make that comparison? It's pretty tough. There's not a whole lot of stats out there for offensive line.
Well, in your defense, Ray, our right guard just made the Pro Bowl. So,
well, hold on here. I know.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to get to that. All
Fair.
Right. You've got to. There's only so many places to go for stats. Every year, this comes out, and the players all go to this to find out what their stats are. So I use the exact same tool, Andy. I went to EA Sports, Madden Football, so I could compare lines to lines. All right? Let me just roll through this for you real quick, okay? This is what Josh Allen has on his team.
Madden.
Madden, okay?
Okay.
I went to overall rankings for players.
Oh, boy.
Okay?
Okay.
Wide receivers, Zay Jones, Robert Foster, and McKenzie. Ratings of 79, 73, 72. His offensive line, okay? Dawkins, left tackle, 78. Left guard, Teller, 75. His center, Groy, who's got a 71. Now, this kid's a utility guy that got pushed into center this year. Then they have this Miller kid, right guard, 74, and Mills on the right tackle, 71.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I told you, Andy, this is a bum line. I've been saying it all year.
Fair enough.
Let's go through Baker's lineup here real quick. Nick Chubb at running back, 84. That's similar to McCoy. Landry, 85 right off the bat.
Yep.
Then he's got Callaway, Higgins, and Perryman all ahead of the Bills' top second receiver.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
wide receivers are all much better.
You know, Madden ratings change based on how good they do week to week.
Yes.
And Baker makes receivers awful good.
All right, but
continue.
I'm just telling you these are the end of the year ratings.
Okay.
All right. And Zay Jones, just so you know, started out the year as a 72. He's up to a 79 now.
Good kid, Zay Jones.
On the offensive line.
Let's go.
For the Cleveland Browns,
Come on.
Robinson left tackle, 74. Joel Bitonio. I may be saying that wrong.
Pro Bowler.
88. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Center, J.C. Treader.
Yeah.
81.
Very good offensive lineman.
Right guard, Kevin Zeitler.
Yep.
89, Andy.
A very good guard.
Okay. Right tackle, Hubbard, 74. So the tackles are similar to the Buffalo situation.
Yeah.
But those front three, come on. It's not even comparable.
You're right.
And that's the most important thing to a quarterback, which is why Andrew Luck is having tons of success this year because the GM fixed their offensive line. So, yes, Baker Mayfield had a great year, but he had a better line than every single quarterback. I did quick look on the Jets and Arizona. Arizona was way worse than the Buffalo's line, and the Jets is pretty similar to the Buffalo line.
All right, are we ready to move on from Madden ratings? Or?
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
When you look at Baker Mayfield and the rest of the line and the rest of the quarterbacks,
the Browns have a better
nobody
line.
has a line like Baker Mayfield.
All right. Is that it?
I'm just telling you.
Are you done telling me that part? Do you have something else?
I do.
Okay.
Numerous sites have Baker Mayfield's height at 6'1".
Yes.
Whoever put that stat in is a liar.
It was confirmed at the combine.
There's
official.
no way this
combine.
guy's. I don't care. He's 5'11" tops.
5'11".
Tops. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 5'11 and a half, and I can guarantee you if he was standing in this room, I wouldn't be looking up at him. Okay.
Because you're not 5'11".
Here's the other thing about Baker Mayfield versus, I would say, Darnold and Allen. Not sure about Rosen. Baker Mayfield is 100% a me guy. He's not a team guy. He's a me guy. And I want to ask you, how many me guys have won Super Bowls? Just think about that for a second. He's very childish as a professional. He was childish as a college player. He's still childish. Mm-hmm. He's reached his peak, according to Carson Palmer, which, Carson Palmer's been in the league for a long time. He knows quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And last but not least,
okay,
when games count and you need Baker Mayfield to win a game for you, he couldn't do it for the Sooners. And again, this year, last game of the year against the Ravens, he had an opportunity to march his team downfield for the win. Didn't happen. He threw an interception over the middle to the middle linebacker. You know why?
Because it was a hell of a defensive play.
No.
It was a rookie
because
mistake.
A 5'8" or 5'10" quarterback shouldn't be throwing the ball between the tackles.
All right.
That's what his problem was.
Can I
there
rebut?
You go.
All right, Carson Palmer, everybody knows him and his brother Jordan are basically employed by Josh Allen and Sam Darnold to prep them before the draft. Obviously, they're a little partial there. Baker's offensive line on the tackle spots, you're right, Ray, was moving all throughout. Robinson only got in near the end. It was actually, again, I give Baker credit for making those tackles better. Listen, you said, can any of these guys step into Baker's situation and succeed just as much? Man, to go in there, get in, and have your coach and your offensive coordinator, arguably the two most important guys on your coaching staff, fired mid-season and thrive? No, I think it takes a guy like Baker to do something like that. Madden ratings are crazy, so I'm not even going to address that. And
they're not, because the guy made the Pro Bowl.
And the last thing I'm going to say is this. If you hold that interception that he threw against, I call that a rookie mistake. And there's a lot of great quarterbacks who have thrown interceptions that have absolutely ended games. Let's go right back to Russell Wilson, who lost a Super Bowl on an interception. And I don't think anybody would say Russell Wilson is not a great quarterback. So, Ray, this hasn't convinced me of anything. Baker Mayfield, the best of them all, rookie of the year. And, I mean, he no longer belongs in a conversation with these other four rookies. He basically belongs in a conversation with the best quarterbacks in the league, Ray.
I'm going to end it off with this. Sooners. And Josh Allen would have thrown for 30 touchdowns. There you go.
Cheers.